All right there?
Yes, hello. I do not mean to intrude, but I am looking for someone.
And who would that be then?
I do not know exactly.
Well, that'd be why you ain't found him. But you're free to pass the time just here if you like.
Thank you.
These are soul cakes, love. Do you know soul cakes?
I do. I enjoy them.
They're small things, size of a lumpy fist, so they'll bake fast. Keep your eyes sharp.
And the butter, do I baste them?
No need, love. We'll leave the butter for meal time.
I look forward to it.
Right then. I'll leave you to this. If you need me, I'll be doing the washing up next door.
Quite a step down from your former work, Lord.
As their guest, I volunteer to help with the daily chores. They offer me a bed. I tend the cakes.
Do they not feel strange giving orders to their king? Or do they know?
That knowledge would benefit no one.
I read your message. You went through a great deal of trouble to obscure yourself as this poor soldier of Christ. As I remember, you even sent yourself one of these letters in Winchester. A clever touch.
The Order wanted me dead. I had to be careful.
You said you knew nothing about the Order then. Pled ignorance. But you knew everything. Their names. Their schemes.
Would you join me for a walk? You look well, Eivor.
I am. The wars have ended, and my settlement thrives.
The wars have not ended. You have simply stopped fighting. But men are brewing plots in mead halls and bedrooms. You will see.
And how are you, Alfred? Getting used to the idea of being unremarkable?
I am well. Better than I expected. In this exile, I have found a somewhat nourishing peace. Each morning I am awakened by the sun and growling cormorants. I bathe in the chilly water of the marsh. I eat from shrubs and drink from buckets. It is a good life. Simple. Blessed. I've never been so far west. I find it quite peaceful here. Calming.
I have traveled a long way to hear one name, Alfred. Who is the Order's Grand Magister?
Tell your shadowy friends that England is swept clean. Your work is done.
You?
Grand Magister was not a title I desired. It passed to me on the death of my brother. From my father before him. Defilers of God's majesty and grandeur. I was their master, and I loathed them. With Goodwin, I set a plan in motion to destroy the Order from within. But my troubles with the Danes delayed that plan.
But your trouble with this Dane is what led to their demise.
You are Norse, are you not?
You have a good ear.
I owe you my thanks, Eivor. For that, I give you this. The key to my study. That you may better understand the good you have done. With the Order all but destroyed, you have made room for a greater idea. One to take its place. A universal divine order, inspired by God for the betterment of man.
With a poor fellow soldier at its head.
You have saved England, whether or not that was your intent. Now let England save you.
England is no more, Lord. You are the last of her kings, and yet you have no kingdom.
Look around you. God's works are wondrous. They cannot be ignored, nor resisted. In time, all those who accept God will flourish, and all those who defy him will will fall away. Should you remain in England, you too will one day be her subject.
Oh, bloody crumbs! The cakes are burnt. Where is that man? Young man, where have you gone?
Damn. That may have earned me a night of washing linens. I do not know if we shall meet again, Eivor. God willing we will. As one lord to another, perhaps. I'm coming, my lady. I'm here.
Alfred gave me a key to unlock his study. Somewhere in Winchester.
Oh dear, look at them little balls of soot.
Good lady, forgive me. I was lost in thought.
No matter, just let them cool and we'll begin again.
Direct me and I will obey.
This is it, Alfred's study. What secrets has he kept hidden away? Rantings and ravings, not unlike full-case illusions. Is there more to all this than I understand?
Eivor, a moment of your time.
Between you and me, Eivor, always thought you'd be a good Jarl.
About you and Bridget. When do you wish to be wed?
The sooner I can make her my wife, the happier I will be, but we are fine to wait until everything has settled here.
Enough waiting. Cool your forge and cover your anvil. Let's get you married.
Wonderful. Shall we gather everyone?
Gather your wife and your courage. I will bring the people together. I am honored to stand before you, Gunnar, Richard, on this bountiful day, to celebrate the strength of your bond and to see you wed. I am in witness of a love that inspires and empowers. I invite you now to speak your vows.
To you, my darling Bridget, I offer this blade, forged in flames that burn as brightly as my heart does for you. A blade as sharp as your wit, as glinting as your beauty. May it sing through the air as sweetly as your voice meets my ears.
Dio, sed vi det carit si Gunnar. Dwi'n efo am lwcus bod fi wedi dod o hyd o ti yng nghariad.
And I, you, I give you my sword and my promise that I will stand at your side forever.
Hyd fi wedi breuddwydio am ffiwtio yn hun. A di sôn tawolwch yn hope a premonition. Ond dim mount o sgraen a foresight paratoi fi a sweeping adventure meeting ti. Tiw'r enaid fel dim arall. A dyn as strong a bwrdd i ci. Ac fel as I ffies, mae'r calon yn hedfan dyr y ti.
Such poetry, oh dear. You make me cry, my love.
Let us hedfan efo'n gilydd, tro bywyd and beyond.
I offer you this ring, and take yours in kind. I will wear it with pride and honor, warmed by the love of so perfect a lady.
And I gwisgo fe fel calon, adoration a ffydd am byth.
This is the greatest day of my life. Embrace me, my love.
With our couple now bonded in matrimony, now we drink. Volker, I want to thank you for all you've done for me. My visions have lessened of late, and I find it hard to explain how different I feel. Grounded, unified, at peace.
That is good to hear, Eivor. Very good to hear.
It is a strange feeling, brother. Weddings are the beginning of something, but this feels like something of an end.
The first happy union in our home. We have matured into something greater. So yes, a beginning and an end, I think.
Alvis, I'm surprised you did not serenade the bride and groom with a verse or two.
Oh, I wished to, I did. But all that came to me were insults and jibes. Another time, I think.
And how are the marriage customs in your country, Hytham? Something like this?
Like this in all the most important ways. There are smiles, cheers, and warm embraces. All that is needed, I think.
chance to go begging if they all sail out of here before
You've been among us for quite some time, Redder. Are you ready to settle? Make a home here?
For a year or two, perhaps. But I am not the settling kind. I am a wanderer, always searching, never finding. Maybe one day.
Maybe I'll get them.
Gunnar, you old trout. You're a married man. Never thought I would see the day.
Nor did I. And not for lack of trying.
Richard, I gift you a formal welcome to our clan and our family. You are a fine addition to Gunnar's life and to ours.
Diolch Evior. I couldn't be more happy to Boma. Hoping now to well in a case me through the years.
Yes, of course. As I say, it is wonderful to have you. Randvi, saw you looking a little lonely. Thought I might come and join you.
How nice. Are you enjoying yourself?
I am. I never thought I would see gruff old Gunnar so enraptured by a woman.
Enraptured by anything, for that matter. He's a hard one to read, but I am pleased for him, and for this day of rest and respite. After everything, a few days of feasting will do the people some good. They need this.
They do.
Will you walk with me?
Anywhere. Lead on.
Something has been on my mind for some time. I am no seer, but I foresaw this day long ago. Not Gunnar's marriage, but our situation. Our success.
How do you mean our success?
I mean to say that I saw our settlement flourishing, through our victories in war and in diplomacy. And from the day we set out from Norway, I knew that you would make a fitter leader than Sigurd. It was never in his character to lead. It was always within yours.
I see.
Do you?
You might have warned me.
You would not have listened.
Fair.
I do hope you see it now, in all that you have done for us.
Randvi, you and the people here have done more for me than I could ever repay. I am honored by your faith in me, and your confidence.
As I am honored by your friendship.
And I by yours.
Eivor, I want you to know that Sigurd and I are... We are severing the bonds of our marriage. We share a love that is steadfast, and I have faith it will forever be so. But it is not the love of a wife and her husband. It was not an easy decision. But after we talked with honesty, we embraced more warmly than we have in a great while. I think we will be happy.
I hope so. And I am pleased for you.
I am pleased for myself. Sigurd's desires are bigger than any man or woman can offer. He longs for something more.
And what about you? What are you looking for?
I have all I need right here. With you. With our people.
I'm grateful. So much of our prosperity we owe to you. I hardly know where to begin. You are my truest friend, Randvi. My right hand. My greatest ally.
I give you my word that it will always be so. I'm happiest by your side, and in your company. Shall we find our way back to the wedding? Bridget might give another speech. We must not miss that.
About that, I have not understood a single word of hers since Gloucestershire.
Really? I find she speaks beautifully. With poetry, even.
Are you kidding?
Am I? Come, we should go.
Here you are, Hytham. The last of the Order's sigils. You will find King Alfred's among them.
King Alfred? Did our poor fellow soldier lead you to his hiding place?
He did, for they were one and the same. Our poor fellow soldier of Christ was the Grand Magister of the Order of the Ancients.
He turned on his own order. Fascinating.
Not turned so much as trampled. His devotion to Christ and what he calls a universal order set him against them from the start. With all sincerity, he loathed the title and the duty he had inherited, and wished them destroyed.
Wonderful. With his abdication, the last stronghold of the Order has been dismantled. All that remain are scraps here and there. And you, Eivor. Now that you have seen our enemy and you understand our cause, I wonder if you would join us. Become a hidden one.
Was this your ultimate goal, Hytham? A trial by fire? It is a kind offer, but I do not believe we fight for quite the same cause. Your creed demands that you keep your triumphs hidden. I prefer my glory to be in plain view for all to see.
If I taught you our creed, if you spent time with it, it could open your mind to another view.
Another view is always welcome. But to live without celebrating one's glory and honor and achievements is not a life for me. But know this. I would give my life in a moment for those I love and who love me in return. All here. Including you, my friend.
I understand you well, Eivor. Very well indeed.
And here, the fragment of an ancient memory.
Let it flow. From the life tree we go. To the life tree we shall one day return. None may follow. Loki least of all. It is done. Now, to face our end.
I will find you, Mad One, on the far side of our doom.
Lord made thee, and the Lord made hops and barley. So if you would close to heaven be... You there, Dane! Come join your fellows. Music is my gift to you all. The Lord made me, and the Lord made thee, and the Lord made hops and barley. So if you would close to heaven be, have another ale or three. Drink some mead and drink some rum, for ye know not when the Lord will come. So drink thy ale and drink it fast. Who knows if it may be your last?
Here's a merry gathering. A Saxon playing for Norsemen.
What joy a man gives is given back threefold. So my love used to say, dear Chiro. I sing now for her.
Used to.
Used to. But now is no time for sadness. Join our revels. I was about to open a cask for my new friends. Come one, come all. Nothing heals the heart of woe like a mug of ale.
You look like the sort who laps at their brew like a kitten.
Wrong. Thor himself pales when he sees me take up my drinking horn.
Ha! Come and prove it then! Saxon, give us a song! Show me how the Raven clan drink.
You'll be under the table before I have even warmed up.
Oh, we'll see about this.
The Lord made me, and the Lord made thee, and the Lord made hops and barley. So if you would close to heaven, drink some mead and drink some.
Get the gin liquor.
I feel cold fingers spreading through me. This is poisoned ale.
Oh, feels like Jormungandr is turning in my stomach.
By Odin, this new ale is strong.
100 lives
I think I'm going
I
blind.
promised my love as she lay dying. A Danish arrow in her breast. 100 lives for hers. But there is one who has not been laid low. Let me see to that.
Murderer! Reaver! Death to all Danes!
Even sickened, I'm more than your equal. Lord's brave with music. Poisoned them like a spider. Grief sick or no, the world is better without him in it.
Hey, I saw you. Get back here.
You seem distressed.
So would you be if your every crop of turnips was demolished by a horde of mangy horrors?
I assume you mean the rabbits in that field.
Aye, them. They're not but rats with ears stuck on. I'd slay 'em if I could, but they're too damn fast. When I catch you, I'll impale you. Maybe send you to bunny hell. Go on, nail those bobtailed little shits. 3 less pesky vermin bastards in the world. Yes, that's what you get for eating my turnips, you buck-toothed fucking apes.
Lord Snuffles! What have they done to you?
Just taking care of business, Alston. I warned you what would happen if you let them in my turnip patch again.
Oh, my babies! They're not to blame! How could you? You've gone too far this time, wife! You gave names to those rabbits. Oh, they were my best friends. My only friends. They loved turnips so much. I couldn't deny them. And the chance to torment your wife was not at all in your thoughts, I suppose. Oh,
What other amusement do I have in this grim and cheerless life? I am wed to a sour-faced shrew, her misery my only joy. Look at her scowling now! Face like a bulldog licking piss off a nettle! See what I must wake up to each morn?
There's little of love in your dealings. Is there no way you could leave her?
Leave her? And have her think she's one? Never!
Those were your husband's rabbits.
Aye, and he loved them nearly as much as I love my turnips. Look at him cry now. The sharpest pain is the sweetest ache.
Is cruelty the only coin in your marriage?
Oh no, there's also spite and malice.
These two are a match in misery. I should leave them be. They deserve each other. What happened here? And what befell the driver?
I can hear you out there. Aren't you going to save me?
Your gratitude is touching.
Gratitude? That was my prize-fighting bear you killed. How am I supposed to make my living now?
It is thanks to me that you are living at all.
Oh, thank you, your majesty. Please accept my eternal loyalty for condemning me to abject poverty.
You're welcome. Enjoy life as a beggar.
You've ruined me, and you don't care. No one cares. What a world! What a world!
Maybe pick a smaller animal to abuse next time. Farewell.
How am I going to feed my children now that my bear is dead?
Is all that stands between you and damnation! You there! Dane! Come and be saved!
Don't you get tired of all that yelling?
Welcome, heathen! Praise God who has brought you here to join us!
My ship is not steered by your god.
Cease your blasphemy! You have been summoned by God to be baptized! Submit or pay the price!
And how do you plan to make me?
Faith is our weapon, and the only one we need.
Your threats aren't worth the breath of my arse.
We'll see about that! Faith! Cleanse this pagan scum!
Let's see some die at the hands of faith!
Think twice, nun. I won't be dying today.
The only good heretic is a very dead heretic!
How narrow is
Are you so keen to meet your god? Is that the best your god can give? People will worship anyone these days.
Faith! Faith! Oh, you monster! How could you? She was so sweet, gentle, and delicate.
Great. Now I have to find someone else to tell me what to do.
I watched you on your approach. How must it feel not to carry the weight of years?
I am not a child.
Yet I see in you a child's blissful ignorance of the world's darkest truths. A fool.
You gathered all this from a glance?
In this way, I am wise. Perhaps you will learn better through flighting. I will challenge you.
I accept, and I will place a wager on it. Here's my bed.
You are savage, uncouth, and care little for life. Like the rest of your kind, you breed misery and strife. Both your hands bear the blood of 1,000 dead men.
Well, perhaps they should have known not to challenge me then.
A crude response. I am dismayed. It's a shame you're so calloused by warfare and pain. That you'll joke about death and treat life with disdain. Is it worth it? The killing, the torture, the slaves.
Yes, I am ridding the world of cowards, weaklings, and knaves.
It pains my ears. Yes, your avarice means that you'll just never see that this war will not grant immortality. You have one life to live, so why throw it away?
To ensure that I'll sit in Valhalla one day.
Terrible work. You are likely better at killing than flighting. I will keep your money. Come back when you've learned to speak. I watched you on your approach. How must it feel not to carry the weight of years? So sad.
I will. Here.
You are savage, uncouth, and care little for life. Like the rest of your kind, you breed misery and strife. Both your hands bear the blood of 1,000 dead men.
To where blood is a joy, I'm quite striking in red.
A crude response. I am dismayed. It's a shame you're so calloused by warfare and pain. That you'll joke about death and treat life with disdain. Is it worth it? The killing, the torture, the slaves.
It is not mine to judge, only fill up the graves.
That was fine. Yes, your avarice means that you'll just never see that this war will not grant immortality. You have one life to live, so why throw it away?
You're naive if you think that there is any other way.
Really? Terrible work. You will come back when you've learned to speak. I watched you on your approach. How must it feel not to carry the weight of years? So sad to see how little you've learned from your losses. Will you flight again?
I will. Another wager. Here's my bed. You may begin.
You are savage, uncouth, and care little for life. Like the rest of your kind, you breed misery and strife. Both your hands bear the blood of 1,000 dead men.
1,000's a pittance. It's closer to 10.
Not the worst. It's a shame you're so calloused by warfare and pain. That you'll joke about death and treat life with disdain. Is it worth it? The killing, the torture, the slaves.
It is not mine to judge, only fill up the graves.
That was fine. Yes, your avarice means that you'll just never see that this war will not grant immortality. You have one life to live, so why throw it away?
To ensure that I'll sit in Valhalla one day.
Enough! I've heard more than my fill of your cruelty. Take your winnings. May spending them bring you fleeting joy.
I promise it will.
This time.
You pace about like a dog afraid of a beating. What troubles you?
Oh, stranger. Here's a tale. I love Etherland, a hunter's daughter. But the hunter's a fearsome fellow. Set me a task, he did. There's an arrow stuck in that tree above that the hunter once fired there. Before any man can have Etherland, they need to climb up and get it. Many suitors have tried. All failed.
Looks like child's play to me. Maybe I can help.
Oh, you do mean to help me. God bless you.
A lynx, and he does not like visitors.
What's going on? Are you all right up there?
This one has a letter. Perhaps it will shed some light on this strange affair.
You did, remember the arrow, right? Have you got it yet? You got the arrow! Praise be to you, stranger! Bring it back, won't you?
I have the arrow. Proof of your boundless courage.
Oh, thank you, stranger. I'll name our firstborn in your honor. Swear I will. What is your name?
Eivor.
Eivor, eh? Huh. Well, maybe just something that rhymes with it then. Would that do?
I found the other suitors. A lynx had made its lair up there. A hunter like Etherland's father would have known that.
Oh, surely an innocent mistake. But I must bring him the arrow. He'll be so pleased someone's got it at last.
I found a letter from Etherland. Seems she didn't think much of you. You were far from her first choice.
Oh, I know. She's made no secret of that. But now they're dead, and I'm not. So tra-la-la!
I am sure her father will be thrilled.
Go!
Another ancient gate, like the door in Norway. Did Sigurd know of this? Closed. But I feel a draft from somewhere. Another passage. Stone pillars with holes at their base. Ancient weapon, locked in place. What is this? A cold fire. It throws no heat. Through darkness from one place to another. Are you the sword the Britons call Excalibur? A strange find. A spear like Odin's. Gungnir, is it you?